Hi everyone, thanks for joining. Hope my screen is visible, right? Just confirm me.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Okay, fine. So yeah, thank you so much once again for the joining this demo. So we'll get started. So whoever joins, maybe they'll continue with us. If not, maybe they might go through the recordings as well further. Okay. All right. First, I'll start with my introduction, and then I just wanted to understand your introduction and right. I mean, your background. So why you wanna, learn cybersecurity? What exactly you are looking, and further today there won't be anything technical much. So we'll understand what is cybersecurity, right? Different areas into it, and also we'll have two more free sessions tomorrow and after tomorrow that will be covering different concepts, right, related to software development life cycle and everything. Okay. Yeah, so I'll put it in simple. So myself, Chowdary, I hold a 6+ years of experience in cybersecurity, where I have been worked with EY, right? It's one of a big four, and then Airtel Payment Bank, and then into one of a US product based, and then I have been to Dubai as well, right? I was there part of a government organization, and then yes, I have been worked with Bangalore Police and other departments as well. So I'm also certified ethical hacker, forensic, certified, as well as cloud certified. Right. This is all about me. Very simple. So now I just wanted to understand from each and every of individual, right? So why you wanted to learn, right? Or what made you to join this course, or right? So please help us, and then I'll take or maybe start the session in terms of technically. Okay. Go ahead, we'll start. And also, I would request each and everyone to rename their, I could see someone joined with some, mobile, right? Can you please rename it so that it will be very helpful for me to address each and every individual? Because before I, or maybe we get started, so we have people coming from different backgrounds, right? Example, non-IT, mechanical, civil, they wanted to start their career in cybersecurity and also wanted to land in the jobs. So yeah, can you please rename it? Vivo. Anyways, others, please get started with your introduction. Maybe your name, any IT experience or non-IT experience, and why you are looking for a change. Hope I am audible. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Tanuja.
Yeah, my name is Tanuja, and I have completed BE in electrical and electronics. Then I have worked in Cognizant like for about 1 year, and then I did masters in cybersecurity project management. So, and then I'm currently looking for jobs. And by cybersecurity means I found it interesting. So,
Yeah, that's good to hear. Thanks for sharing that. Others, Ali, Ashok,
Yeah,
Kumar.
hi.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure. I completed my BSc Computer Science. In present, I am working in a company. And from here, I improve my more skills. That's why I'm joining cybersecurity.
yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Ashok. Yeah. Next. We have Kumar and then one more person he just joined, right? See, I would request you to interact, right? We are not keeping the bulk batches, so we take it very limited slots. If you're not interacting, there's no point joining. So please try to just unmute and speak or introduce yourself, right? If you want to continue. Milo Kumar and yeah, this person, I'm not sure, is sitting, Yeah, please, guys. So we have very limited time, so introduce yourself. I wanted to cover many other things. Kumar, how about you? At least if you couldn't speak, put it in chat window, write your name, and then yeah, we can get started. All right. So you might be able to see my screen, right? So as we can see, I have listed few companies. Okay. So what are they? Any idea? Anybody? Have you ever come across these things or any understanding of it? Anyone? What is this? What all, the company does? All these companies, what do they do? Any idea?
They work with data.
Yeah, the work with.
Data and customer information.
Great, fine. So, what else apart from that? We do have other platforms, right? Maybe this one, right?
Yes.
What do they do? Any idea?
So in the current in this generations, like everything works with data. So they do business as well as, and they need to keep the data secured
Okay, fine.
and for the business purpose. Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so now let us understand the very first question, right? What is cybersecurity? If you are aware of it, just let me know. Anybody? Yeah, you're speaking. Yeah, please tell me. Anyways, right? Yeah. What is cybersecurity? Firstly, let us understand, and why we need cybersecurity in simple terms. Okay, why do we need? So before that, just let me know, anybody, what is cybersecurity? It could be anything. Any answer is accepted. Just let me know why do we need it or what is it? Your understanding. Anyone?
So most of the companies they hire cybersecurities for uh, through um, at the time of development and once post development because they need to secure the data when technology is evolving.
Mm-hmm.
So they try to hack the data, they try to hijack, I mean, the systems. So to
Great.
prevent from all those attacks, with different kind of attacks they do, web attack, like this money laundering and all. So for
Yeah.
those things, companies hire the cybersecurity to prevent their companies and asset as well.
Cool. That's really great answer. Others, what's your understanding? You can say anything. It could be anything, right? You can say at least yeah. Okay, no worries. I'll just explain. Okay, so let us go back little, earlier in 2015, right? So if we want to purchase anything, okay, it could be medicines, right, or hospitals. So where we used to go? Hospital related or food related or any television related. So how was it in 2015? Anybody tell me? How do we do? I think like most of the cases we were traveling physically, right? Either it could be your medical related or food related hospitals, right? Everything. What else we have apart from that? It may be your banks, correct? And now we are in 2025. So is there any change or are we still same? Anybody?
It's changed a lot because the mode of transport is changed into digitalized. You can sit in your house and book the doctor. Everything is digitalized.
Definitely. So now we are in a digital era or maybe AI era now, the booming part, right? Where everything that comes to our doorstep. Okay. If we talk about hospitals, so we have Apollo, correct? Which can come down, right? We can book simply, and we have Swiggy, right, for our food, and we have platforms like Prime or Netflix or many other platforms, right? So yeah. So what else apart from that? Banks, definitely. So banks, what happened? Now we have net banking, right? Correct. And then we have, what else we have? Anybody? UPI related. Okay. So we can see there is a gap of 10 years. So there is a lot of transition happened, right? A lot of things have changed, right? Where earlier, if you talk about you just get into any of a portal or any school or a college. So whatever you see, the data, right, will be. So at the end of the day, in cybersecurity, you should remember we are trying or working, everyone, irrespective of role. You might not be aware of what is cybersecurity. Don't worry, right? We will take from scratch to right the job oriented what is required. So for timing, just go through it. So basically, we are trying to achieve or whatever we are trying to do, all the cybersecurity teams or engineers, they're trying to protect the simple term called data, right? So this data could be stored anywhere, right? Where do we see data? Anybody? On his mobile devices, laptops, PCs, servers, correct?
Yeah.
Everywhere the data is stored. So earlier in 2015, you see anything, right? It has got a records where manually we will be entering the records, correct? If you talk about your school days, colleges, right? Our attendance were taken in where exactly? I would say records, right? Books. I hope you all recall,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, definitely. So now in 2015, so we have biometric system or we log into an application, right? So yeah, all those things we would be doing it. Okay. Now I'll take one more example. So here, a person who starts, who has started a business, maybe I would say again one hotel. Okay. So even, monthly he was getting some customers of 1,000. Okay. His business was really going well in 2015, and now in 2025 the same person have decided to right launch an online platform, so which can cover the different regions. Let's say if you are in Mumbai, right, or maybe Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. So right, earlier what happened, he can just distribute or give a service right within one area. But now, as we are digitalized, so we can circulate or provide the services across the city using, what is this? We all know what is web application, correct? Anybody?
Yes.
Right? We all know web application and we all know app. Okay, so I'll just pa pause there for a minute. Okay, and I have something interesting for you all. Okay, so let us go ahead and do this, and then we'll come back to our practice, right? So I have few sites over here, right? Platforms. So now I just wanted to check or ask you something. We all know this is what? Anybody?
Matrimonial website.
Great, right? So now we have what? Username, password. So why do we need this? Why do we need credentials?
To
Because
log
it
into
can
the
be accessed
website.
only for the authorized person, not everybody.
Very good. So this is only very good. That's a great answer, right? For identity verification purpose, whether is it really Kumar login, trying to log in, or Ashok, or maybe yeah, Tanuja, right? Whosoever it is trying to log into the application. Okay. So now let's say I have a simple and very straightforward question. Forget about your experience, your industry domain. My simple question to you is, will you be able to log into this application?
Uh,
Just think of
Yes,
it. Okay, yes, one way I believe you might say that you will try to sign up, correct? And then you create a login, sign up, all these things, and you log in by entering your mail ID, password, login. Okay, now I'll twist the question. So you don't have any username, password. So now will you be able to log into this application?
Yes, we can just do just bypass the OTP and we can just try to do.
Okay, great. At least you've tried something. But here, the question is very straightforward. Here, it is we have login ID, password, login button. We don't have OTP here. So yeah, if there is a OTP, definitely we can try, but no OTP. So what shall we do?
Try to download the batch files, I think so.
Okay. Um, yeah, anything else apart from that? Let's go very simple.
we can use some random names and we can log in.
Okay, random names. Okay. Anything else?
If only they're asking for email, like if they are not verifying properly, means we can like type something randomly, and if we add at the rate gmail.com, so we can log in easily.
Okay. Cool. So these are the few techniques that definitely you guys are trying. Really great. Appreciate that. So what if I simply say, let's say my name is Kumar. I'll take Kumar's name, so don't mind, please. So Kumar, or so I'll give maybe. So you forget like about all those things what I'm trying to do here, right? Or maybe entering is some payload, right? Just remember that. Don't worry. Once we get into the different concepts, right, going forward, we'll understand what I'm trying to do. Or yeah. So I will repeat the same whatever payload or something I have written in a username field. I'm entering the same in the password field as well, right? So if you want to generally understand this, so I'm just giving some value. I'm telling to the server to try this. If this doesn't work, you know 1 equal to 1, it's true. So now if you're able to understand this, fine. If you're not also, that's okay. We have detailed sessions on it. Okay. I'll click on login. Let's see what happens. Is there any change? Anybody? Just see, do we have any change here?
Yes.
Right? What does it say? We have to verify the mobile number. Okay, because I don't have any mobile to verify. This is not my phone number. So now I don't have any option. So what? So you have to observe the page, right? So there's an option called skip mobile verification. The minute I click on it, what happened? Am I able to successfully bypass the login of this web application?
Yes.
So now I'm Anudeep. Am I able to edit it? Yes, of course. Can I change the mail ID? Definitely I can change, right? I can change all the details, right? I can go check family details, right? Profiles. So basically, right, the web application, they have built it and they did not address or shown any of interest, right, on security related. So that is the reason we were able to achieve this, correct?
Yes.
So now the simple question, right? So yeah, we have right many options to perform here, everything, right? So yeah, we are not doing anything, so we'll simply log out, yeah, as it is illegal. So yeah, come back to our concept. So now, just tell me, is it a risk?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, why is it so?
See, like it's in the main it's in the main domain, like where anyone can access my details, my phone number, email, and address, and that would be linked with my banking details. My money can be stolen. My personal data would is on risk, right?
Definitely. So, right, it is a risk because the identity is theft, right? I'm able to log in as a someone else user, so I can perform some threats or some activities, right, using his identity. So that could result, loss to any of our customers, right, who's using the particular site as well as to the organization as well, right? So yeah, now in general, so we have web applications, so we have apps, we have networks, APIs, many things, that have come into the market, right? So at the end of the day, again, I'll repeat it. So we are trying to protect a piece of data. It can be stored anywhere, right? So that is called cybersecurity. So if you need a technical definition to it, so in simple terms, it is nothing but the protection of assets. Assets is nothing but, let's say, you join any IT company or any non-IT IT company, whatever, right? So, or maybe your home at least. Let's talk about your home. So, what all the devices will be able to see? My answer is like, mobile phone or a phone. Your answers, please. What do we see at your home? The devices that are connected to the internet,
CCTV.
right? These are these days TVs are again content, connected to the internet, right? So, yes. What else we can talk about?
CCTV.
Yeah, CCTV. Yeah, I just written. So, what else about? Okay, CCTV. Sorry. I thought TV, yeah. What else? Laptop, very good. What else apart from that? Right, your computer, right? What else? Your Wi-Fi related. Okay, yeah. So many other platforms like we have. So everything will have a data, definitely, right? Smart devices, everything. Great. Cool. So these are the things which uh, everything is holding some data, and we should try to protect it. So how do we protect, our what are the ways that we'll be seeing in different sessions? But time being, so we have understood, right, what exactly the cybersecurity is. In simple terms, see, let's say, for example, you're joining any company tomorrow as a cybersecurity engineer. So no one will ask you what is cybersecurity, right? So that's something you don't have to worry and just leave it fine. Okay, I'll pass here. Any doubts, any questions, anybody?
No.
Yeah. So it is very clear that we are getting digitalized. So that's the reason security is required. Okay. So now the biggest thing, people are really confused about few aspects. One is cybersecurity. Few call it as ethical hacking, right? So maybe even I have seen institutions or people or companies that are selling courses as cybersecurity and ethical hacking. So basically, I wanted to clarify, right, to everyone. If you have understanding of this, well and good. If you are not aware, I'll put it in simple way. So basically, there is no job role called as cybersecurity or ethical hacking. There's nothing like that. Okay. Let's suppose there is something called as programming language, right? Programming or programming language, as well as developer. I am just writing as a dev. So at the end of the day, there is no job role as a programmer or developer. So these are terms, that's it. At the end of the day, you'll be using some technology, right? Technology is nothing but, let's say, Java. So you will become a Java developer, right? If someone is working on Python, you will become a Python developer. Similarly, if someone is working on database, so you'll become either a database developer or an administrator. Coming to the cyber security, there are 52 domains in the market. Okay, it's 52 domains in the market. Okay, so now out of 52 domains, there are 8 top domains. Okay, 8 top domains, which I'll address in this session. You will get a clarity. Okay, fine. So what are these 8 again? I'll talk about. So now we'll get started with something called as IT security auditing. So as I told you earlier, today's session, it's purely who we are, what is cybersecurity, right? Different domains into it. So I'll not be taking much technical, right? Tomorrow's session, right? Definitely we'll go more deeper and deeper going forward sessions. Okay, fine. So what is security auditing? But before we get into this concept, what is auditing? Any idea? Have you ever heard of or come across CA, chartered accountant?
Yes.
So yeah, what exactly? What do they do? Just take a guess, no worries. Chartered accountant. We see this chartered person, right? Either you would have seen in some either a movies or a organization or right to audit data, right? Yeah. So my simple answer, if you ask me, chartered accountant, is nothing but like you'll be checking the accounts part, okay, the financial part for an organization, for an individual. Its task is to identify some loops or gaps, anything, right? Anyways, we are not a chartered accountant, so it's not required. Just understand. Fine. So now, if we talk about the security auditing, but before that, let me just see, or we'll talk about something, some company. We all know what is TCS, correct?
Yes.
Anybody who's not aware of TCS, please tell me. Right? We all know TCS, right? Tata Consulting Services, it's a IT organization, right? So now consider TCS building maybe in Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. So first you enter into this office, right? Or before you entering into this office, what do you see? Let me know a few very generic things. I'm not asking any technical. My answer will be security guards. Okay, what else we can see apart from that?
Scanner machines.
Definitely the checkpoint, correct? Very good. They check, they scan, that's one of their policy. What else? Next, we have CCTV surveillance, related surveillance we have, and then we have ODC, right? ODC or maybe blocks, you can call it, right? We enter into offices and different, we will have access to different blocks or floors as well, right? Floor access, or what else we can see? We can see some data rooms or server rooms or data centers, I will simply call it. If you are aware, fine. If not, that's okay. So these are the simple things, like, as part of a software company, right? We see there will be many things, right? Uh, Not just only these things. We see laptops, desktops, printers. What else, right? Parking slots, right? Cafeteria, many things as part of an IT organization. And then your technical teams. It could be your testing team, development team, non-IT team, IT team, many people. So now this particular security auditing or a role. So now I have a simple question. Have you ever heard of or ever seen this particular standard or maybe name in the market? Anybody?
Yes.
What do we call it?
Yes, sir.
Right? ISO. It's a something we call it. It's a standard, right? For those who are not aware, what is ISO, right? So if any organization having ISO, okay, so it will. Sorry, if you're not speaking, please stay on mute, because see, this recordings will be shared across. A lot of people will be watching again the offline. So please, I would request you to stay on mute. So if any organization having this ISO certified, we get what? Brand, trust, correct? Right?
Yes.
So now, similarly, so what we are discussing, right? Cybersecurity has got 52 domains as part of 52, 8 are top domains as part of eighth domain, right? First domain you can talk about IT security auditing. So these guys, what do they do is like, they go to any of our organization, they will have a checklist or a controls, I can call it. So they'll be checking on these controls, okay, right? So they'll be purely checking on these controls, okay. They'll speak to developer and they'll ask, okay, what tools you are using, what frameworks you are using. They'll sit with the testing team, they'll sit with the HR's team, how your policies are going, right? Let's say maybe HR, they'll also check like how your BGVs are going. So these guys are the one, right, who will check all the controls and then they give the certification to them. So name some any. Are you aware of something called Big Four? Anybody? What is Big Four?
Deloitte.
Right? Others, are you aware of Big Four?
Yeah.
Why do we call them as a Big Four? Right? I could see answer from everyone. Yes, at least maybe you might not be aware or you might be aware what do they do, but at the end of the day, they are right auditing firms. They do auditing into security, accounts, everything. Right? These are the four organizations: PwC, KPMG, Deloitte, EY. Correct? So forget about it. Okay, now this is one of our job role. So they'll have a checklist, they would be doing it and they'll give the certified, like, okay, this organization is certified, they have all controls, they are good to go. They give the certified or a trademark to it. That's it. So this is one of our role. Okay, so this is not our role. So we are not much concerned about this. Okay, so I'll leave this here. Any doubts, any questions so far? Those who have joined
No.
lately, I'm asking the only two simple things for everyone today. I just explained what is cybersecurity, why we need it, the data related, and then people are confused difference between cybersecurity, ethical hacking. So I'm telling there is nothing a job role called cybersecurity or ethical hacking in corporate. So we will be addressed as a security auditor, security engineer, consultant. I'll explain further. So yeah, from here you guys can continue, everyone. Okay, so now we have the one more role, which is GRC. Okay, which is nothing but governance, risk and compliance. Not sure how many of you are aware. If you're not aware, that's totally fine. But here, I would like to see some banks' names. Any banks that you can highlight or recall or remember? My answer will be ICICI. Any other banks which you are aware? Anybody? Hello? Tell me.
HDFC.
Right? HDFC. Okay. What
Axis.
else we have? Access. Okay. Right. What else apart from that? HDFC, Axis,
SBI.
SBI. Definitely. Okay. So now the simple question here, right? So what does exactly these banks are holding? What information they have?
Customer
They have
details.
all the customers' information and
Maybe. Very good. So I'll say debit card, credit card, right? PIN, right? All the customer informations like date of birth, Aadhaar card, everything is stored. Okay. So now, okay, we have bank, right? Definitely they are storing sensitive information. Any idea where exactly this banks will be reporting or to whom the banks will be reporting?
RBI.
Very good. So, which is nothing but Reserve Bank of India. So, Reserve Bank of India will define all the policies, right? So, or standards that each and every bank should follow. And also now, any bank, they should have something called as PCI DSS. So, what is this? So, it is one of a compliance or a control, right? Which will ensure, as you can see, payment card data industry security standard. If you are, able to get it, that's fine. If not, totally ignore it. Okay. But yeah, the purpose of this is to ensure, right? Or maybe to protect card holder data or prevent fraud related everything. Okay. So now RBI will mandate this to each and every bank, right? In the market should have this thing, right? So this is one of a compliance or maybe which will fall under GRC again, right? So the GRC team, right? This team will ensure that if they are into healthcare, right? Healthcare related, tell me a few healthcare domains or maybe companies that you have in mind. Anybody?
GSK.
Okay, GSK, very good. That is one of a thing. And then we have not sure how many of you seen GE Healthcare. What else we have? We have Apollo, right? Tata related, correct? So now, what does this healthcare is holding? Like, what do they have? So we understood banks are holding data, right? Customer data of a individuals, right? Now, healthcare, hospitals, or pharma companies, what do they have? Do you feel any sensitive information they have? Anybody?
Yes. Like they will be having the patient's information as they will be like they will give the medicine while entering their data,
Mm-hmm.
and they will be tied up with the hospital. For example, Apollo has Apollo hospitals as well, not only
Mm-hmm.
pharmacy.
Okay.
And yeah, that's all.
Fine. So, as a part of a healthcare, definitely, no matter whether it's a small hospital, larger hospital, you go to any hospital, you have to fill some form, either your name, your gender, age, blood group, right, and the issue you have got. Okay. So basically, this information is very sensitive. So any of a healthcare company handling such kind of information, right, that should be securing their patients' data. And that's where they have bought one more standard, which is called HIPAA. You might be thinking, or also, right? See, these things are not very common in India, at least. But if you talk about other countries, they follow very strictly, right? See, this is a US federal one, right? HIPAA. So my point here to highlight is like GRC team, right? As part of cybersecurity, we are talking about 8 domains. One is security auditing. Second one is GRC, governance, risk, and compliance team. So they'll ensure, based on the industry, they should have the regulatory, either PCI DSS, IPA, GDPR. There are many things. Okay. Again, this is not our domain, which we'll not be learning here. So I'll pass there. Any questions, any doubts, anybody? Anybody? Any questions? Or shall I continue? Hello.
Yes, yes, you can continue.
Yeah. Fine. So we are done with the two areas. Okay. Fine. So now, right, we just discussed, which is, let's say, right, this one, governance, risk, and compliance related, right? And then the auditing related. Okay. So now let us talk about the network security. Okay. So, or maybe we'll talk about the IAM. So if you are aware of it, well and good. If not, I'll explain it. IAM, which is nothing but identity access management. Okay. So what exactly it is? Any idea? Anybody? So let's suppose you join an organization, right? Whether it's MNC, small company, large company, whatever it is. First thing, what do they hand over? What do they give?
ID card.
Yes. Laptop as well as ID card. What do we call them as assets, right?
Yes.
So we get the assets. So now, as part of assets, so before that, so we have multiple teams in the organization, right? We have HR department, we have BDA, business development analyst, we have cyber teams, we have developers, we have testers. So now, who will define, right? What softwares to be installed, or what softwares the one particular individual should be accessing? For example, HR has joined. For HR, if I'm giving some developer tools, will that make sense? Or if she is accessing all the developer data, will that make sense? Anybody?
No.
Right? And developer has joined and he is able to, right, monitor, or he is able to browse some information related to the finance of an organization, finance documents, finance data, HR documents, right? Is it relevant to us again? No,
No.
right?
No.
So that's where whenever we join to any organization, right? So there will be a team called, right, access management team, right? They will be completely taking care of your access related. It could be your laptop related or your softwares, right? What platforms you have to access, everything. So they will define it, right? Few companies they use Active Directory, few use IAM to onboard the users for their applications, right? And then few they give the SSO, right? So there are multiple ways to do it, but anyways, I'll pass there. Again, it is not our domain, so I'll not touch base more on it. Okay, there is one more team. Okay, so that's what my point here to explain. There is nothing generic called cybersecurity. Definitely, this things will fall under cybersecurity, but there is no role called cybersecurity, right? You might be addressed, but there's nothing specifically talking about it, right? So yeah, people get confused. Okay, I'll be joining as a ethical hacker to a company. No, yeah, there's nothing called ethical hacker. There's something called security consultant, analyst, cybersecurity engineer. Okay, so now that we have understood three areas, okay, I'll pass here. Any doubts? Any questions? Anybody?
No.
Okay, right. And then we have something called as endpoint security. What is endpoint? So now, see, people will be working from office, right? People will be working remotely as well. So now the laptop which the particular company, let's say TCS, okay, TCS definitely now they are not giving work from home. So there's no point discussing about it. Tell me some company which offers work from home for time being right now. Any idea? Anybody?
I don't know about work from home, but they're giving it as hybrid, like
Okay,
so many are
hybrid,
giving.
yeah. So someone highlighted CGI. I'll put the same CGI. Okay, CGI is offering, yeah, remote maybe. Let's say consider. Let's say Ashok have been onboarded to CGI. Is staying somewhere in Andhra Pradesh. So now this particular laptop They're giving the laptop, correct? This laptop has got some sensitive information related to clients. If you're aware what is client, fine. I'm sure everyone will be aware, but still, if you're not aware, that's okay. I'll explain it further. So they'll have some sensitive data, example, consider some information. Okay. How they can trust their employee, where he can take his laptop or their laptop to his hometown. So this laptop has got very sensitive information. Consider their client is SBI and he's working as some database administrator. I'm giving example, don't think too much, but yeah, right, where he can access the SBI servers. So now is it sensitive or not? Anybody tell me? It's very critical, right? And they have given him work from home option. Now tell me, is there any risk that you see?
Yes.
Right? Please name some, maybe. Yeah.
You can sell the data.
You can save the data, transfer the data,
Sell. Yeah,
sell,
sell
correct.
the
Yeah,
data.
transfer, sell, or save, right? Multiple options. See, one thing, so please don't feel bad. Someone has joined with the name called Vivo. Just type in your name in the chat because see, team will track. So they need a information who have joined so that we don't miss out. Because thanks for joining. And see, I'm asking multiple times, so at least you should understand. Lokesh. Thanks for the confirmation once again. Okay, now we have a clarity that how many people have joined. Thank you once again. Sorry. Yeah. So, right. So now the risks are there. One thing, laptop, maybe Ashok might try to sell it. Right. Second thing, data, you'll sell it to some other company. Or you might steal the data of an end users. You can steal the credit card, debit card. Many things are there. Many risks are involved. Okay. So now how company is trusting him and giving a laptop and simply saying, hey boss, go, you go and work from home from Andhra. We don't care about it. Will that happen that way or is there anything they are checking on him every time? Anybody? So that's where the concept comes into the picture, which is called endpoint security. What is endpoint security? Basically, there are multiple tools in the industry, right? So where they try to install these tools in your machine. Okay, endpoint security or DLP. I'm not sure how many of you heard of it. There will be Falcon, CloudStrike, or
Okay.
Microsoft
Yeah.
Defender, correct? Or
Yes.
VPNs will be installed, right? And DLP softwares also, right? What these softwares will be doing, right? So the minute you try to maybe try to share, see, this is my personal laptop. I can write a mail to anyone else. I can send this PPT or anything. But in maximum organizations, you can't send or do that way. Anything having sensitive information. The minute you try to do, these tools will block you and also send a alert to a security team. And this team will write a mail to you, including your director, telling that this fellow has tried sending data. So please give the explanation. So you should justify it. If it is valid, no problem. If it is not valid, they will immediately terminate you because you are dealing with the sensitive information. So these tools will be installed on your endpoints or nothing but your devices, right? It could be your laptops, PCs, or production servers, right? To ensure that the data is secure, also not transferred or someone is trying to steal it, correct? Also, maybe not sure how many of you heard of or seen, you will not be able to browse all the domains. This is my personal laptop. I can browse YouTube or I can browse Instagram. Maybe you talk about your company laptop and then browser. You try to enter ChatGPT or right. Some companies they are allowing, but the maximum companies, right? Instagram, Facebook, it will block you. Correct? Why? It's an external resource. So they'll block to browse any of new things. They'll also block to download any software, right? How many of you have seen or observed if you want to download a software, you have to enter the admin credentials, right? Where you raise a ticket. Yeah, if you're part of IT or right, definitely technical teams, you would have seen it. If not, that's okay. So this is one of the area, okay, which is called as endpoint security. So now, as you can see, as part of cybersecurity, there are multiple teams working right? To protect the data at a different levels, right? Not just at one layer. They're trying to protect the data at a different layers. So that's where different domains we have. See, we just now understood, right? Auditing as one of thing, access management is one of a platform, again domain, right? As part of cybersecurity, GRC, and then we have endpoint security. Now I'll not delay more, right? So now that you got a clarity, right? So we will be learning something called as application security as well as VAPT, right? Any idea? Anybody? What is it? Any understanding of this? Any guesses at least? Just try, no worries. Like,
This, to make sure the application is secured, like, no one can breach them. Like when you try to do this manage, um, that called the
yeah, good, good.
no, this the website which you try to bypass, right? By
Yeah,
using payloads and all.
yeah.
So we need to make sure whether the application is safe and secure with the real time.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Cool. Yeah, that is one of a reason or a root cause we can definitely say. So now consider, right? We are quantum labs, okay, and then we have decided to build a product. Tomorrow's session we'll talk about this software development life cycle, where security team comes in, what do we do, everything. It will be more detailed, but for time being, just understand. Yes, and we are building a product similar to Swiggy. Maybe, right? We are building a QSL foods. That's it, right? Our website.com. Simple, right? So now it is in market live, where I had a budget only 2 lakhs to build this software, right? Now what does it do, right? Anyone can browse or purchase any food over there or sweets or something over there. Okay. Now this application, right? It is not been tested internally, right? Our security has not been tested. What happens? The risks. First thing, yes, we already discussed, right? One thing, I can bypass login related. Correct. Login bypass is done. Second thing, what else we can try? Anybody tell me?
Modify the user data.
User data, right? User data can be modified. Oh, great. Third thing, maybe let's say I can modify or change the amount. Okay, what if I can say the amount having 10,000 rupees for any of a product that we are purchasing? Using some tools, we'll learn all these things in our sessions. Don't worry. I'll also explain how do we do that, everything practically. So using some tool, I'll try to purchase a product for 1 rupee. These are the risks. Let's keep this aside for a while. Now I'll talk about the famous platforms like, Flipkart. Okay. Flipkart or, whatever it is. It could be Amazon, right? Fine. So now Flipkart related. Let's say there is a iPhone, right? Which is, let's say some 16 Pro. What is the price? Generally, I'm just putting it 1.5. It could be more as well, but yeah, just as an example. Now, this application they have not tested, okay, and they have released it in the market. I'm talking about Flipkart.com, okay. So now, what if attacker, right, or hackers like us, people who can purchase a product for 1 rupee, okay. Now, see, one product, okay, you might ask, okay, it's a very big company, it doesn't make any sense, okay. I might say, boss, they are doing 100 into, right, 100 mobiles and into they are doing like, 1.5 lakh. So now I have listed down here two scenarios. Can anyone tell me security is important only for this, or both, or for both it is not required?
It's for both.
Okay, again, the follow-up question, why?
No, because in QSL foods, like again, say suppose I have wallet account and someone can take money without my access. Again with the Flipkart, it's not about the one phone, but say like I create multiple user ID and I can purchase for 1 rupee phone like 1,000 phones also.
Yeah.
Because I know the loophole and I know how to bypass the Flipkart by changing the user code as well, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that's correct and great, definitely. So here, the point we have to understand, irrespective of business, industry, is that it is small, bigger one, right? Electronic, food related, whatever it is, at the end of the day, your customers are trusting you. They are trying to create accounts, they are trying to sign up, or also they are trying to enter the details. It could be username, password, date of birth, payment information like debit cards, passwords. So they are trusting you and they are, you know, purchasing or believing you. So when your data or applications are compromised, first thing is like trust is gone, correct? Second thing is like reputation will go down. Third thing, your stocks will go down. Not sure how many of you observe these things or not. When any data breach, if you're not aware what is data breach, so consider a company got hacked. Okay, I have a PPT here, so I can show you. Uh, Anybody aware of Zoom car?
Yes.
Right, Zoom car. Domino's, obviously, we all know. ICICI Bank, we know. And this is Telangana government, some, app that got hacked. Airlines got hacked. So now, what happens, right? Business will, right, go down. Obviously, your stocks will go down, right? Let's say, for example, I'm not talking any security issue for a while. Okay. I'll talk about some performance issue. You might be asking, what is this performance, everything? Don't worry. Just leave that. Just understand that's it for time being. So UPI, right? We have UPI, or maybe I'll be very specific. Phone Pay. We all know Phone Pay. We generally use Phone Pay, right? No matter whether we use any other platform, Phone Pay is used. So consider Phone Pay is, just down for 5 minutes due to some reasons. It, it is down. Tell me what happens. PhonePe is not working for 5 minutes across India or a globe. Now they have made it international as well. What happens? 5 minutes.
People face difficulties in making payments.
First thing, customers will go mad, right? Many important transactions will be on hold. Even for them, the revenue will be on hold, right? It's a loss for them as well, right? So several factors. I'm talking only 5 minutes performance issue that is down. But consider if application having some security issues and attacker hacked the database, he brought down the application or he right it destroyed the applications, right, or bypass. There are many threats. If such things are happening, what happens? The trust will be lost and your business will automatically go down, right? So that is the reason, right? So we call as application security or VAPT team. We guys are sitting here, irrespective of whether web application or is it a network device or API, okay, or maybe we have cloud, right? We have many things in right in the market. We have mobile part. Okay, so as part of this course, we'll be learning web application security, right? So web application, what do we have? We will have URLs, right? How do we access them? Correct, via URLs. How do we access network devices? Via, what is it? IP address. If you are aware, fine. If not, that's okay. And then APIs, again, definitely, you might not be aware, but yeah, calls. As part of this course, you'll be learning web application security, network security, API security. So you'll be sitting in an application security team to protect all this, right? Before any company, right, releasing their product or any site, any app, any IP address, API that should be tested internally using some controls. So that is where we fit in. That is called as application security and VAPT. That's it. For timing, I would like to keep very limited. Too much information, maybe it will be confused. Going forward, I'll take it up from there. Clear? I'll hold here. Any doubts, any questions? Anybody?
No, so but see, my question here is like, like we are not gonna make do any codes, just once the development team gets the final out product, we just test it whether it is safe and secure in the market. If there is any bug, we fix it. If not,
if it is good to launch. Like, we just check like no one is trying to bypass it or trying to hack with the security, right?
Correct. So basically, there are two aspects into it. Tomorrow's session, I'll talk more about it in detail. I'll explain each phase of software development lifecycle, who is sitting there, right, and where security comes in, how security can be performed internally as well as externally. So I'll talk about it, right? Application security sits internally, VAPT comes as part of external thing. I'll explain how do we get, what do we do, what tools, everything in detail, right? Yeah,
Okay.
we have
But basically,
controls, we have tools. Yeah, tell me.
okay, but basically in a company like, if you see like the developers or the cloud engineers, there would be like in n numbers, like say like 50 members or 100 members in a team.
Yeah.
But in application security, like is in those 100 people will build only one website. Like say suppose they're trying to build a Flipkart.
Mhm.
My job is going to be just to check if the Flipkart website is created with security or not, whether they have any breach or not.
Correct,
So
correct.
how does a company like hire many application security? Because to just check one website or the one URL, no, they never hire like 10 or 20 people for the backup. Yeah, there might be backup like three. Like how I just need to know the openings. I mean the current openings and how the future works. I mean we can carry out with the futures and the career as well. What kind of careers we can make it with this? Because just testing the website, we cannot just survive with very long term, right? So
Good question. See, I'll tell you, any business, any organization, let's say, for example, we are talking about SBI, it's a bank. So, do you think SBI has got only one page, which is services? No, if you go there, sub parts it has got, right? So now SBI will be releasing new platforms, right? New, see, for example, earlier they had no this feature, right? There's no SBI loans, SBI UniPay. So now we will not be testing the web application, which is very small or static in the nature, right? So at the end of the day, see, there is something called agile and waterfall methodology. So where we
hmm
sit
hmm
there and we work upon continuous features coming in, continuous products that are coming in. So to explain that, yeah, definitely I should talk more about service industry, product industry, service industry, TCS. What do they do? Right? Definitely, maybe consider TCS like Passport Seva. Correct?
hmm
Is one of their client. I'm sure you are aware of it, right?
yes.
For TCS or maybe Infosys. So let's say Kumar have been onboarded as a security engineer, application security engineer. So you're sitting as part of a VAPT team. They will provide this URL. They'll give 1 week of time. They'll ask you to test it. So once 1 week is done, what next? So Kumar will not have any work. Is that the question here? No, Kumar will have work definitely because they will have multiple clients. So they will not just give only one URL. So we are talking about only Passport main portal. So Passport has got sub portals, sub apps, sub APIs, sub network related, correct?
Okay.
Where
Mhm.
which one individual is not sufficient to do that. And also they have multiple clients. So they'll be onboarding or building a team. This is in a service standpoint of view. Coming to the product based, definitely when business is growing, right? SBI, when they all know like business is growing. So they wanted to ensure that they're adding new products, new developers are coming, new security team is also adding. But yes, developers might be 3,000, but security team will be somewhere 6 to 10.
Okay.
But there's a growth, right? Because why? So new changes are coming, right? We will not just be testing only one thing. We'll be talking about several aspects over there. So if I let those terms here, maybe it will be very new for everyone. But tomorrow, maybe our third session, you will get to know, right? Why security
Okay.
engineers, scope, and everything. Okay. Maybe if I say now companies are moving to something called a shift left approach, where integrating security into each phase of software development lifecycle, right? As part
Okay.
of design phase, they perform architect review, security architect review. Development, they have code review. Testing, DAST, we call it. There's many things, Kumar, right? See, we have people
Okay. Anyway,
joining. So, yeah.
okay, fine. No, no problem. Thank you.
Scope is there, right? People said, right, data, everything is gone, but we added data security. And then for a while, people said like cloud, everything is gone. Definitely there's a cloud, but security is again added. And then we started talking about some IoT or maybe automobiles,
Yes.
automotive,
Okay.
right?
hmm
We again started adding security to it. Now we are talking something about AI. So already, right, we have a standard for AI threats as well. I can show you. As you can see, this is like, Gen AI,
Okay.
right? Gen AI, or maybe these are the risks we have in the market already. So the OASP, I'll explain maybe in the course, you'll understand everything. These are the threats. No matter
So,
whatever we name it, there will be security tagline added to it particularly. Yeah, go ahead.
so in the course we are gonna learn this OWASP in depth or just the basic?
No, we'll be talking about OWSP web application because
No.
this particular course is specially designed for the people, those who are looking for domain shift or willing to start a career in cybersecurity. Because
Okay.
if someone's starting career directly in cybersecurity, so we do have other batches, to be honest, like multiple
Mm-hmm.
batches we are running. So I have a person joining almost like, he's having 25 years of industry experience. He's joining from USA.
Okay.
So even see 25 years of experience, he knows in and out, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
He might be good at testing or maybe DevOps or a cloud related, but he might not be in a, very, he might be familiar with a few tools or process, but in-depth technology or vulnerabilities, right? So, which is new to him. So this course is purely built to someone who is planning to shift the domain or get started. And then once they are thorough with this, there are several specializations one can pursue and then make a career.
Okay. Got it. Thank you so much.
But it's not like, again, I'll have to highlight. I'll not teach what is basic, like what is threat, what is risk, what is ethical hacking, or some Wi-Fi hacking. No, this is purely job oriented. I'm just addressing to everyone, those who are, listening here, or those might be attending demo, right, offline. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for explaining.
Okay, I'll come back to our domain. So we have several domains again, right? IAM, and we have SOC and everything, forensic. So I'll talk about these things at a later part. As we can see, we have different industries in the market. So everyone needs the cybersecurity. So I have highlighted that's the reason. Indian banks, international banks. If you are part of a Bangalore, definitely you would see these companies, at least Wells Fargo, right? JP Morgan. Not sure how many of you seen, but if you
Mm-hmm.
drive towards Kadvisnalli, the Bellandur, you'll be able to see these organizations, right? And then we in Whitefield we have Benz R&D center, right? Every company will be hiring because yeah, they have their own assets they wanted to secure, and this is healthcare related. People are at least aware Johnson and Johnson, Siemens, correct? GE, Philips.
Yeah.
Yeah, so multiple industries we have: banking, insurance, healthcare, right? Automotive, right? Everything. So every industry now healthcare is booming like anything. Fine. Okay, so now coming to the high level, I'll just close this. We are almost done. What you would be learning as part of this course, I told already, live sessions, and we are going to set up 80% of practical labs on your missions and will be testing. Recording sessions will be given, trainer availability. Naukri resume build-up will be there, and then interview preparations, right? If you can visit our office in Bangalore or institute, mock interviews will be there. So this is something generally every or institute says, but yeah, there's nothing new into it. You can see target audience, right? Interns or maybe yeah, domain change developers, testers. So yeah, and then these are the target roles you can look for. So as part of placements, I would like to highlight these are the tools that we'll be learning, which might be new or you might have gone through it, but yeah. Placements, yeah, definitely. So we have two approaches. One approach is like we would be, right, teaching the subject at core, where you can learn. We'll assist you to build a resume. You go ahead and clear yourself. Other approach is like where we help you to clear technically, right? That's a different payments and everything would be there. So, but yeah, the first option is something I would recommend. Learn, upskill, and then just go and maybe you would be able to clear yourself. So these are the few placement things we have, but yeah, I think we do have offer letters. Just by showing logos doesn't make any sense. So people come, they learn, they upskill, they go, they clear themselves. So I think the latest offer we had, and which is so this is somewhere 5th May, right? And then yeah, they have offered him almost yeah, 11, I believe, somewhere. We'll go there. This one, as you can see, right? 11 lakhs package for 3 years of experience. Okay, and this is not the latest. Latest is somewhere we do have multiple offers, but we were able to gather only these things. Recently, we have placed a lady into Verizon. I'm sure you are aware of Verizon.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know where is this offer letter of her. Anyways, I just wanted to see where exactly. Not sure if it is in another system, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, so she got almost, 15 LPA for 3 years. Like, yeah, that is really high because it's a product company. So yeah, so they paid a very good amount for 3 years. Fine. So yeah, these are the things what we have, and you can also attend 2 more sessions tomorrow and after tomorrow. And once that is done, there will be completely paid classes. And yeah, I'll be here for more 3 minutes. Any questions? Do let me know. If not, see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
No, no, you said like that there are two options. Like one is we just crack by our end, and the second one is like what is what is the procedure for that? Like how that does work?
Yeah, sure. Definitely.